that period. Those in favor of this motion to say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Aye.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And that I will preserve.
That I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God.
That video that you saw, does it have any resemblance to this place you are now?
No, sir.
Was it conducted here?
No, sir.
Was a purported misguided action by some renegades in the House of Assembly, sponsored by some overzealous aides, all in the name of showing some weak points and all that. So the House of Assembly is properly constituted here. The former Deputy Speaker is suspended and removed from office, and we have a new Deputy Speaker here. The Majority Leader of the House is here. And we have formed our quorum and we have done the business of the day.
Well, that controversy, as you have read and seen and heard, isn't just going to go away. The controversial impeachment of the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly, Honorable Chinedum Inaya Oji, is what we want to discuss now. We are expecting that two parties will be here, as we hinted at earlier. But right now we have Honorable Jerry Uzosike, who is a member representing Umuahia South State Constituency. He joins us, of course, virtually. Thank you so much this morning, Honorable Uzosike, for joining us. Now, exactly where do you stand on this? Does the Speaker stand impeached where you are, or the Deputy Speaker stands suspended and removed from office?
Thank you so much for bringing me. I stand on equity. I stand with the law. The Speaker was not even impeached ab initio. The issue of purported impeachment was only a carrot and a show of shame for people who ought to know the position of the law, but they choose to do it differently. For me, there are procedures of impeaching a Speaker or Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. It is clear in the Constitution and in our rules, because you know that every legislature relies on two most important documents. The first document, the legislature relies
Honorable, can you?
on it.
Okay.
And we rely on this. And in our own case, Section 90. Section 90 runs down to Section 100. Talks a lot about the legislature, but in Section 101, Section 101 gives us the powers, the legislature, the powers to have to handle our own rules. Where we now have the second document. This second document is the most important document in the House of Assembly. So, how to remove a Speaker or any principal officer of the House is enshrined here, and so. Nothing like the removal of the Speaker, but the Deputy Speaker, the former Deputy Speaker, was removed yesterday for the acts of gross misconduct and the shame he brought to the 7th Assembly that is even minding up. So I stand with the law, and the Speaker is not impeached, but the former Deputy Speaker was impeached. Honorable Uchendo was impeached yesterday and then replaced with a more honorable member, right, Honorable Mandela Obasi.
Well, isn't it significant for you, first of all, the number of people that perpetrated this act, if we can put it that way? So did the House of Assembly see this coming, particularly against some of the comments attributed to the governor, that some people wanted him to be always against the governor, but particularly attributed to the speaker, beg your pardon, saying that some members wanted him to always be at loggerheads with the governor, but he refused because it's not necessary. Did the House see this coming?
Yeah, you know that we went on Senate on February 14th, the Lovers' Day. That was the day we shut down to allow members to go for elections. Elections have come and gone. A lot of people, most people lost some. Up to 12 new members or 14 new members are coming. And a lot of people are angry with the results of the election. So returning back, there are agitations. But the speaker also feels that no matter what the result of the last election is, that he cannot be under pressure to make unnecessary demands. But some people feel that he should, and he said no. And I think we feel that some people were angry, but the extent they went became now shameful.
Honorable Uzosike, in relation to the question my colleague Ayo just asked, does this perhaps have anything to do with the denials the Assembly had to make about a month ago that that it planned to impeach the governor? Does this perhaps have anything to do with that denial?
Well, there were rumors that some people were planning to impeach the governor, and some of us laughed at it because impeachment has a procedure. Impeachment is not all about talking, I want to impeach. Some may feel that the speaker may be blocking their way to try to pressurize the executive in one thing or the other. But I don't want to link the two. But I believe that some people are so desperate in the dying minutes of this seventh assembly. But to get what ordinarily that should be their allowances or unpaid anything. But the way to go about it is different from the way the leadership, particularly the speaker, sees it. And the speaker feels that, look, yes, there are things that the members ought to have received. Maybe due to paucity of funds, we've not received it. And in these last moments of the assembly, we should be very much serious. Bringing up reports from all the committees, reporting, rounding up in law, which they say winding up. You know, it's not a time we now begin to bombard the executive here and there. And we should present our position without being acrimonious about it. So you may link the two, but for me, I feel that you may not get all you want at any point in life, but things that are reasonable, you may receive them.
Are those the issues then, Honorable Uzosike? Are those the issues, getting your entitlements from the executive, and perhaps the Speaker has not been able to pull his weight in that regard, and then the House demanded a change such that it can enjoy the benefits that it ought to?
Yes, I tell you this. I have looked at the media. I only saw signatures of, they listed up to about 14, 15, 16 signatures. In the video, I saw about 7, 8 persons, and all the signatures they concocted. They started, people, imagine writing signatures of people who are in Canada. They have even brought up the press release denying those being part of it. Now, if there are demands, and those demands are legitimate, the Speaker believes that we should pursue it without rancor and without being desperate. That we should even be more serious now in winding up in all committees. I chair public accounts. The Speaker has given me 2 weeks to submit a report on all the financial transactions of the state for the House of Assembly. And this occupies all the committees. It shouldn't be when we are running up and down, but we also believe that the governor should be, is a reasonable governor, ought to understand that if a member is easing out in the next few days, his rights and privileges and entitlements ought to give. But I have watched to see the accusations of those 7 members against the Speaker. I only saw a video that gross misconduct, financial this. We waited to see the documents, because if you allege, you prove. We waited to see the specifics of the Speaker did this, the Speaker did that. I've not seen up to this moment. And in a decent climb like this, for us, we cannot be in a jackass assembly. Neither is this a banana assembly or under a banana republic. Time has gone when things like that can take place. The House of Assembly that has over 6 lawyers. Some have practiced over 20-something years at the bar. So how can you just come and allege something against the Speaker without substantiating it? Place it on the table. We will support you to impeach the Speaker if the Speaker have gone against the oaths he took. But not just say something and you want the Speaker to maybe kill the governor and bring money. Because I have waited to see what those accusations against the Speaker is.
Honorable Osike, if the agitations are valid but the approaches are wrong and some of the allegations are unsubstantiated, what about the timing?
Yes.
What about the timing of this, impeachment plot, so to speak, which is coming about 3 weeks to handover date, and there's an inevitable change of guard in Abia State? Is the House perhaps jittery that there's a new government coming and it would like to, so to speak, secure its position in the Assembly?
There is, we're not jittery, and there's a new government coming on board. For me, my party, PDP, is not part of that government, and except some members that are returning on that PDP. But then I see a fourth columnist in this issue. I see the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. The reason is that this thing started from outside. I think some people wanted to get at the Speaker because there's allegations which has not been disproved, that monies were shared, thousands of dollars were shared to some members to go for that show of shame. So where did the money come from? And it's not from the governor, because I personally met the governor. And the governor said his hands and legs are not in this show of shame. But the governor has made a press release on this matter. So who is sponsoring this impeachment? Who is giving this? Unfortunately, these are our colleagues. These thousands of dollars to remove a man that have done nothing. The timing is not wrong. Let me tell you why the timing is not wrong. If a crime is being committed or an offense is being committed, I am a lawyer. I believe that whenever there is an offense, there must be a remedy. If a Speaker of the Parliament commits an impeachable offense, even if it is a day to the end of our tenure, by the way, our tenure is 4 years, which will end on the 10th of June. If the Speaker commits offense on the 6th of June, I will support him to be impeached on the 6th of June, without prejudice that the time is remaining 4 days. So the timing is not wrong if the crime is committed.
Okay. Honorable Osike, if I may come in here, it's a good thing that you have stuck with the Constitution. You in your submissions, you said you abide by the laws. And in your 24 members in the Abia State House of Assembly, the alleged impeachment of the Speaker was signed by 16 people, howbeit outside of the chambers. You say it started outside. And then the removal of the Deputy Speaker was done by 9 people, which is a quorum going by the Constitution. One wonders,
if you guys, in your laws and in your rule books, you said you are allowed to work things out amongst yourself, you are allowed to decide by the Constitution and your own rule books, how is it then that at the time when you're winding down all your activities, suddenly out of the blues, you're now beginning to want to impeach each other or remove each other from offices that you have occupied for years? What exactly is going on? Is it service to the people of Abia State or service to the legislators yourselves?
If you watch yesterday, we didn't rely on that distraction. Yesterday alone, the House of Assembly passed a very important bill. A very important health bill. We passed the ASCOM bill, they call it collegiate bill. Yesterday, the House of Assembly also cleared. Yesterday, I'm sorry, people are interjecting. Yesterday, the House of Assembly also cleared Auditor General of the local government. So you see that the speaker is not even distracted. It is in the interest of the state. I'm saying this. If a speaker commits an offense.
But Uzosike, you guys have been together for more than 3 years. So how is it then that suddenly, in the midst of all of that, you now want to remove your speaker or remove your deputy speaker and bring a new speaker, a new deputy speaker that will run for how many weeks? 4 to 6 weeks?
It is a surprise that 7 members went to a private house.
Did you say 7?
7 members.
Not 16.
They have a video. Let them release the video to you. There is a video. There is a video online. I can push the video to you. There is a video. The members, they wrote their names there. Honorable Mona Chimalozie is in Abuja. Honorable Stanley Wabinsi is in faraway Canada. The people there, Honorable from Okwa West, was in Okwa West. And they concocted those signatures and said, there is a video showing how many members. And impeachment is not something impeachment requires body present. Somebody that wants,
I hope you know that forging somebody's signature is a crime. And it has to be proven. So you're alleging that the signatures of your members were forged by other members. Are you going to take them to court? Are you going to let the police know about that?
Yesterday, the 7th Assembly invited the Commissioner of Police and the DSS to move in. If you go to media this morning, honorable member representing Ikuano constituency made a press release right from Canada that this is where he has been in the last 3 weeks in Canada, that he never signed anything. And I can also mention others who weren't part of that perfidy. So we have invited the Commissioner of Police and DSS yesterday at the city to investigate this people. To now finish what I was saying, we removed the deputy speaker, the former deputy speaker, without any delay because he led that shameful act. How can a deputy speaker of the 7th Assembly, who ought to know, go to a private residence without a clerk? When our rule book says voting even will be by the clerk, he conducts the voting.
We have another opinion coming in on this conversation now, just so we can get all sides of the story, as we always do. Honorable Ifeanyi Uchendu also joins us this morning. He is also a member of the House of Assembly in Abia State. Thank you so much for joining us, Honorable Uchendu. Well, you probably have listened to a little bit of what Honorable Uzosike has said so far. How do you respond?
All he has said here is not true. What you speak is not true. So far as I'm concerned, 16 members send their consent to impeach the speaker over misconduct and abuse of office. This man has pocketed us for years now, and the members came together and said, we don't want this man again. Just like me now, he has not paid me for 9 months. He keep eating my entitlements, telling me it is by his own discretion that he can pay me. We have experienced a lot from this man. And this member said they are tired. The day we preach him, we were 12 in number. were 12 in number, and we impeached him. He's no longer the speaker. And they went to the House of Assembly and with 7 members, and they said they have impeached a deputy speaker that is supposed to be impeached with 2/3 of the members. It is not possible. So I have listened to all the lies.
We're still on that conversation, Honorable Uchendu, but speak to one of the issues that have been raised about the location. I mean, you and your team conducted the exercise somewhere outside of the hallowed chambers of the House of Assembly in Abia State, but the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly conducted another process within the hallowed chambers of the Abia State House of Assembly. Ordinary common logic says, I mean, that's more valid than what you conducted, irrespective of the numbers.
What we did was so valid. The Constitution said if there is insecurity in the house because he mobbed the youth of his communities in the house, you can use another government premises in the state. And that is exactly what we did. We used another government premises in the state. Okay. And that's when we beat him, because they have already mobilized all the bad guys in Umaya to be around the complex. And we need to remove him that day because we are tired.
Just to be clear,
needed a change.
Yeah, just to be clear, Honorable, now that you say you have impeached the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly, and the Speaker of the House of Assembly says he's not been impeached, rather you have been suspended and removed from office as Deputy Speaker, who will the governor listen to, or how will the governor listen to you as opposed to the other party?
The governor knows I'm still the Deputy Speaker of the state. By Constitution, you know that Section 92, if you read it very well, there is a process to remove the Deputy Speaker. If they use that process and sign 16 signatures and bring to the House and say they have impeached me, I will understand. 7 persons going to the House of Assembly, mobilizing the whole bad boys in Omaya with the police to come and say you have impeached a Deputy Speaker, you know that is not possible. So far as I'm concerned, I'm still the Deputy Speaker of the state. And he is no longer the Speaker of the Assembly. It is even a shame that 16 persons signed against you.
Honorable Uchendu, just to clarify some of the things you said this man has pocketed you, if I got you correctly. That's one. You also said that... Hold on there. You also said he has not paid you for 9 months, you personally. I wonder if the Speaker is supposed to pay you directly, or your remuneration is really in charge of the Service Commission, Assembly Service Commission, or something like that. And are you the only one being owed? And can you back up all of these claims with documentary evidence?
Yes, I have the charts. I've been chatting with him since 1 week now. He has been holding my security coach, all my allowances for months now. I've been begging him to pay me. I bluntly refused to pay me. He bluntly refused. I've been chatting with him. I say, my brother, I don't have a problem with you. Give me what is due to me. He said he can only do it.
Are you the only one owed, or other assembly members are owed as well?
My sister, they are to what is happening in the house. This man will go and do a lot of things at our behind, collect money and eat. There is a lot of things behind that. Before 16 persons, it's a shameful thing. The Speaker of the House, we've been enduring him. 16. The few 2-3 that joined him, his people he gave money. Because he feel he has the money. He gave money to come and join him.
Just one more thing there. The video that we're being supplied doesn't have 16 persons. Honorable Uzosike says there are just about 6 of you in that alleged impeachment plot.
We were 12 in number, and we had the 16 signatures. Because most of the people that signed on that day were not around in the state. So 12 were available in the state. The remaining 4 traveled.
Okay. Well, let me quickly take a quick response. Just 1 second, Honorable, because we really have to close now. But let's take a quick response from Honorable Uzosike on the same issue. You've listened to him as well, particularly concerning the payment of members of the House. What is the problem? What's going on?
He will say anything.
No, Honorable Uchendu, can you just hold on and let's hear him speak? Allow him to speak for himself. Go ahead, please.
It's very unfortunate that the Deputy Speaker is saying this after 4 years of being a Deputy Speaker.
The Speaker?
The Speaker, yes, the Speaker doesn't pay us. The Clerk of the House pays all members of the House of Assembly. And let me say this, everything that comes to House of Assembly is statutory. It's statutory. Every member gets what belongs to him. Now, let me not even talk much about this because I cannot sit in the House and the Deputy Speaker, former Deputy Speaker says he's not paid and some of us will keep quiet. Okay, imagine what he said, that they were 12. Watch the video you have and see whether you see 12 persons.
Okay.
And then can 12 persons comfortably impeach a speaker? Can 12 persons impeach a speaker where we have 24 members of the House of Assembly?
What's interesting, Honorable Uzosike, is that we've seen worse in this republic, and as media men, we just have to report what we have with us. Gentlemen, we have to thank you very much at this point, and thank you for being a part of our program today. Honorable Jerry Uzosike, member representing Umuahia South State constituency, as well as Honorable Ifeanyi Uchendu, former Deputy Speaker. Also, it seems. I guess over time we'll see more of this. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time this morning. Now, we started, we started with a conversation around World Press Freedom Day. Let's take that on when we return from this break.